Ha ha, yes, I am the Yogi made of bead. I cannot wait to get all 722 cards in my favorite video game Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories.
Wait, Yugi, it's a trap! You can't—
Silence. All the cards will be mine. Shit.
Has this ever happened to you? Trying to play your favorite video game and all of a sudden, explosion! Well, fear not, my children, because in this video, I'll be answering the age-old question: is it possible to get all 722 cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories? Well, in short, no. No, it's not possible. However, this conclusion has a story behind it. So come with me back to the year 1999 when Konami still gave a shit, and we'll explore the curious tale of the Pocket Station. The Pocket Station was a peripheral for the PlayStation 1, first released in Japan on January 23, 1999. In short, it was a device that allowed you to play specialized minigames and access Pocket Station-exclusive content in certain games. Konami themselves stated the device was a combination of a memory card and a miniature personal digital assistant. But to be fair, Konami also thought this was a good idea, so I'm not so sure I trust their word on this one. Anyways, back to the main question: is it possible to get all of the cards in Forbidden Memories? Well, if you have the Japanese version of Forbidden Memories, then technically yes. See, the JP version of Forbidden Memories included Pocket Station support. Using the Pocket Station, you could obtain all 722 cards in Forbidden Memories. However, when the game was released in North America and Europe, the Pocket Station support was removed. Because of this, only 689 out of the 722 cards were obtainable in all non-JP versions of the game. But why didn't the international releases of Forbidden Memories have Pocket Station support? I've created a timeline of events that might help answer that question. So, as Frank DeFillo says, let's just jump into it. January 23rd, 1999. The Pocket Station is released in Japan. The original release date was supposed to be December 23rd, 1998, but the release was delayed by a full month. This is just the first problem for Sony with the Pocket Station, and it certainly won't be the last. Upon release, Sony shipped out an initial 60,000 units of the device. These numbers likely would have been higher, but Sony stated that they had a shortage of Pocket Stations and that they didn't have enough to support the demand. Regardless, the Pocket Station was extremely popular, eventually selling over 5 million units by the end of its life in 2002. This popularity created a desire for an international release of the device. According to IGN, who apparently spoke to trusted insiders at Sony, the Pocket Station was going to be released during the summer of that year. However, on May 13, 1999, Sony of America stated that Sony of Japan was having difficulty supplying enough Pocket Stations in Japan as it was. Because of this statement, the idea of an international release was beginning to look bleak. On September 9, 1999, the game Final Fantasy VIII was released in North America. Now, the reason I mention this is because the North American version of Final Fantasy VIII included support for the Pocket Station, even though the device was only ever released in Japan, and at the time, it was unsure whether the device would ever see an international release. In my opinion, this shows that developers at the time still had some amount of hope that the Pocket Station would release outside of Japan. Just a quick side note, but even if you have a non-Japanese PS1, Pocket Stations will still work, provided the game you're playing supports it. However, I find it unlikely that game developers would release games with Pocket Station support outside of Japan just on the off chance that players would have a device only ever released in Japan. Remember, this was 1999, so getting your hands on products released on the other side of the earth was much more difficult than it is today. So I think it's far more likely that the Pocket Station support was left in some games because developers still thought the device would be released outside of Japan eventually. Then, on December 9th, 1999, the one and only Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories was released in Japan. The game featured 722 cards, 3D models and animations that no one ever actually saw, and plenty of broken dreams. I like to imagine kids getting this game for Christmas, playing it for 5 minutes, and having the remainder of their childhoods immediately torn away from them. After all, 'tis the season! Oh yeah, and it had PocketStation support. Should probably mention that again. Then, on January 31st, 2000, a game called Saga Frontier 2 released in North America. Now, I've never heard of this game before now, and quite frankly, I don't give a shit. However, this game included PocketStation support, which is relevant to our story. This shows that as late as early 2000, at least a few game developers still had hope that the PocketStation would see an international release. But surprisingly, it never did. The PocketStation never ended up releasing outside of Japan. On March 20th, 2002, Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories was released in North America without support for the PocketStation. So it's likely that at some point between January 31st, 2000 and March 20th, 2002, Konami made the decision to remove PocketStation support from the game before releasing it internationally. Remember, the Japanese version of Forbidden Memories already included PocketStation support, so Konami had to go out of their way to remove support for the device in the international releases. They could have left PocketStation support in the game, and then at least players outside of Japan could have used a Japanese PocketStation to obtain the remaining 33 cards. But for some reason, Konami decided against this and removed PocketStation support altogether. But what about those 33 now unobtainable cards? Surely Konami realized that by removing PocketStation support, they were removing the only legitimate way to complete the card library in-game. And judging by the timeline we've created, it's pretty clear that Konami had plenty of time between releasing the game in Japan and releasing the game in North America to figure out a solution to this and fix the game. Even without the PocketStation, Konami could have easily made a few changes to the game to make those 33 cards winnable or purchasable with star chips. But they didn't. The PocketStation was officially discontinued in Japan in July of 2002 after selling over 5 million units. So, after going through the timeline, I feel like there's 3 main questions that we're left with. Number 1, why was the PocketStation never released outside of Japan? The device was wildly popular in Japan and sold extremely well. Apparently, the shortages I mentioned in the beginning were part of the reason the device never saw an international release, but I feel like that doesn't make much sense. Oh no, people like our product so much, they're buying them faster than we can make them. Quick, cancel the worldwide release forever. Just doesn't make much sense in my opinion. Number 2, why didn't Konami just leave PocketStation support in the international releases of Forbidden Memories, like Final Fantasy VIII and Saga Frontier 2 did? Remember, support for the device was already coded into the game, so Konami had to do extra work to remove that support in international releases. Even if very few people outside of Japan had the PocketStation, at least some people would have been able to take advantage of it, which is better than nothing, right? And finally, number 3. If Konami really wanted to remove PocketStation support, why didn't they add other ways to get the now unobtainable 33 cards? It wasn't like they had to remove PocketStation support a month before they released the game internationally and they didn't have enough time to edit the game anymore. Konami had plenty of time to make these minor changes to the game, but as we all know, they didn't. Maybe this was the beginning of Konami not giving a shit anymore, who knows? And that's where our story ends. I don't have any definitive answers for those 3 questions, only bad guesses. But maybe someone watching does. Maybe, just maybe, someone watching this video worked at Sony or Konami around this time, or maybe they know someone who did. If we get lucky, maybe we can answer these 3 questions eventually. I'd love to make a follow-up video with answers one day. To help aid the search effort, use hashtag FindThe33 or hashtag PocketStation along with a link to this video. I've also included the 3 questions in the description to make sharing them a bit easier. Together, the GFC community and the Forbidden Memories community can find the 33. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, be sure to subscribe to my channel, as I make a lot of content related to Forbidden Memories. I also live stream Forbidden Memories speedruns right here on YouTube, so if that interests you, make sure to turn on notifications after subscribing so you get notified whenever I go live. Have a great day, everyone. See ya.